Okay, let's start now. So this is basically the road level, the road that goes right in front of the construction. This is the construction, as you can see. The first floor, the ground floor, is basically will be used as a basement. There are no residential units over there, and as we can see, we have the first and the second floor ready now, and the third floor upwards is still under construction. It is Sunday today, that's why people are not here to work, because Sundays are day offs in Turkey, in Istanbul. Now let's take a general look at the place. Okay, now we are turning to towards the Bosphorus side. Okay, let's go up. So this is basically the view from the sixth onwards, the fifth onwards, fifth floor onwards. So right now you're approximately at the 8th floor, and as you can see around here, there's nothing that can obstruct your view. Nothing is obstructing right now, and nothing will be obstructing in the upcoming days, because all of those houses that have been built right in front of this building has been built up to their fullest levels and fullest potentials. Now take a look at, please, how uphill the road is, and some part of it is again passing right in front of the construction that we have, and that's why you might have some height differences between the floors, but this is how it looks right now. Let's take a look at the 360 view again of the 7th 8th floor line. Again, in the distance you can see the Maiden's Tower, the Bosphorus and everything. Because the light is coming from there, you can't really see it clearly. And now we're looking at the buildings that are right in front of the construction, and as you can see, they have been built up to their fullest potentials. They can't be built any higher than that. So as I said before, there is again nothing obstructing your view. Now let's take a look ahead. Again, the Bosphorus is right over there. By the way, the lens on this drone is a wide angle lens, so the things on the picture will actually look smaller than they actually are. I mean, the Bosphorus, with your own eyes, it will look actually bigger than this lens right here, how it is looking right now. Okay. Let's slowly continue. Let's take a neighborhood tour. As you can see, the roundabout, and right across, I mean, all around the building there are parks, the green areas, and etc. And this one, this particular one, which is actually a walking distance from the building itself, this is called Ihlamur Kasrı. Ihlamur Kasrı means it is one of the haunting homes of the Ottoman sultans. Back in 18th century, 19th century, when this area was completely forest, the sultans and princes and princesses would come to this place to hunt, to go around the beautiful trees, etc. But today it is like a modern park that you can find the likes of which in Europe. And now in the back you're seeing a football pitch, and again on the continuation of that there's another green area. All of these are public green areas, and all of these can be used by the public by themselves. And as you can see right across in that green area, again, that's a public park, and that is located right behind the construction, behind the building. So when the building is built up to its fullest potential, in front of it there's going to be a Bosphorus view, and behind it there is going to be a green park like that. Now we're taking a look now at Beşiktaş, the general scenery. In the distance you're seeing the Bosphorus view. Obviously this is not your view. But we're showing this now to tell you how far you are from the main landmarks of Istanbul. Now, the Bosphorus Bridge is literally 5, 6, 7 minutes drive away um, when there is no traffic. I mean, even with the traffic, if it isn't that bad. Now, I want you to take a look at this small road, this tiny road where the cars are on, which is taking us to our construction. Our construction you can see in the down left corner of the screen, that one, yes, again. Now, if you follow this road directly, it'll take us to a main road. Now, that main road is called Barbaros Caddesi, Barbaros Avenue, and it is one of very prominent roads in Istanbul. As you can see, one end takes you to the Bosphorus, Beşiktaş Çarşı, the center of Beşiktaş. From one side of it, you can branch out to the Bosphorus Bridge, and from there on, you can cross into the Asian side. And as we continue, we're seeing that the road can actually take us to the Levant Business District within a few minutes, literally 5, 6, 7 minutes. You're there, you're in the heart of Istanbul's business center. That's how central the location of this house is. Now let's continue taking a 360 look around where we are. Right across, there are 4 or 5 buildings, tall buildings looking very similar to one another. That area is called Mecidiyeköy. Mecidiyeköy is one of the centers of Şişli municipality that is right next to Beşiktaş. Again, it's a very, very central area. Again, we're seeing the Trump Towers, some more skyline of Şişli municipality. And closer to us, we're actually seeing parts of Nişantaşı neighborhood. But right in the distance, on the left side, there are 4 or 5 tall buildings close to one another. One of them is Hilton, which is Europe's biggest Hilton, and that neighborhood is called Bomonti, which is actually one of very trendy neighborhoods in Istanbul. Again, we're seeing down there, we're seeing the Nişantaşı neighborhood, the fashion district of Istanbul, the road that goes towards to the Bosphorus, and then in the distance we have the Vodafone Arena, and Vodafone Arena is Beşiktaş Football Club's main station, and right in the distance over there is the historic peninsula. That's where you're seeing the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, the Topkapı Palace, and etc. Now, let's continue. Okay, this is Migros. Migros is one of the biggest supermarkets in Turkey. Now, when you follow these two streets are going to take you to Beşiktaş Çarşı. Beşiktaş Çarşı means Beşiktaş Center, and Beşiktaş Center is very famous for its very trendy cafes, restaurants, very cool atmosphere. I mean, that is basically the best of the entertainment. Hip coffee shops, the hipsters, young people, and etc. It starts around here, obviously, with this drone shot. It's not easy to see, but the areas towards the Bosphorus are very, very, very nice. And the good thing is that this entire area is literally a few minutes walk from the building itself. Now, again, in the vicinity of this construction, I don't know if you're able to see it, but again, there are small, small to medium-sized shops, cafes, restaurants, good enough stuff to, obviously this is not an entertainment area, this is a residential area, so that's why you don't have things on the big scale, but on the smaller scale, there are a satisfactory amount of small shops, cafes, and businesses. Now, please take a look at these buildings with duplexes, the duplex floors. So our building is actually going to reach up to that height. So that height, the height of the other buildings can actually give you an idea of of how tall the building is going to be. Now let's continue. Again, walking distance, there is a metro station which is under construction right now, and we're going to go there in a second. And this metro construction, the underground construction, will actually take you to the new airport, the world's biggest airport, and it would take you roughly 20-25 minutes by the metro to get there. And again, in the distance, you were seeing parts of Nişantaşı neighborhood, the fashion district. Again, towards this side. Now, let's get closer and let's have a closer look at the metro station. Again, this is only a walking distance, literally 3-4 minutes by walk, and it's doing quite well at this stage. When is it going to be completed, or when is it going to be in use? We don't know yet, but we don't expect it to take a long time, because the airport is already operational and there have been a few more metro lines opened up in the city of Istanbul. So as soon as possible, whenever they decide to do it, they'll do it. Again, on the right side there are 2 schools, as you can see. Yes, and this green area behind the project is actually going to stay as a green area. Okay, so thank you very much for joining, and this was something we have never done before, the first ever live drone tour from a building that is under construction. So thank you very much for tuning in.